I guess my observation of the space is that there is still need for a group of people, of experts, that would be plugging and playing in these different startups and being like I don't know, the OGs of the space still. I feel like the people who've been in this since the very kind of like start of this language, and still being very deeply ingrained into the decentralized technology space. But for example, there is this. I'm just gonna give you some samples of what I'm observing. There is
Mhm.
So Bahram, Shiwin, and Andy are doing this catalyst cities thing. So it is like this idea that you bring, and then also Janina is on the call with them, and I'm also like invited to the calls, but not all the time. So I'm like, okay, you know.
Mhm.
So they started to raise the money, but the deck looks very generated by AI.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I don't want to like tell them directly the deck looks bad. I want to like give like more constructive criticism of it, and it's not like I have like better options yet to offer, but the idea is to create these trade cities another group of cities that are similar to what Singapore is, and and build those cities, help build those cities with local governments. um, but then we need investments for it, and that means that not like little investment but like millions, right? Like or at least like half a million to start with.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's a very long term thing. And What I think is really going to work out is that I've been deeply connecting with Or and Susanna of the Freedom,
Mhm.
they are still in the process of getting the land. So the
Mhm.
project has been alive for the past 4 years, and still there's no land, there's no base, there's no
Mhm.
physical location yet. Um, Even though they have beautiful communications, they have a lot of hype around their project, and people know about it. And there's a community around it basically, but there's no land still. There's no location where we can all come and gather and start living and co creating. And then you still have this plan of 4 years of build up and infrastructure at least. Then there is a project that was going to happen here around Portugal, that my friend Victor is putting together. Is about also this like village, and still there's no money and there's no village. And so everything is very much in the conceptual phase. The only
Yeah.
non-conceptual phase in Portugal currently, in terms of like again in our game, is the TDF, and as you're very closely also connected with them, I know maybe you can tell me more about the issues that you're also seeing there. But from my perspective is that people go and work there, but they don't have the ownership enough, or they don't have like the say in the governments enough, or still things are done without governance, but really with Sam leading. And a lot of people are not happy with it. For example, my friend Mars was staying there for 3 months or so, long time, and he was kicked out. And then like, oh, I really love to be there, but I couldn't stay there longer because culture and like differences and
But
management
not
styles.
because the period of time about that they are going to close. Because the TDF usually is what they do is open season. They are
Oh,
there for 3 months, 4 months after the winter is coming, and they
he didn't
no,
tell me that was
it was
about the
not
seasonal
okay.
time, but maybe it is. Maybe I missed that point. But Mars said that it was
No, no, no,
more
because
about
I
his
know that
vibe.
there are many exceptions on that.
Yeah,
This is
right.
what I know. This is what I know. So that the rules sometimes, yeah, grant for some people and for others not. Yeah,
Yeah, right. Like that's
yeah,
a little bit of a problem, I think.
yeah,
And
yeah.
um I don't know, and Mars have been constantly promoting, communicating, saying how amazing this community is and how light and love and very open-hearted and great vibe and everything. And then he's been actually like building things and supporting things with his hands and you know but then this person is not protected from not being kicked out or from I don't know if he's able to come back again like in a long run, these are the issues that I'm seeing, and I'm just sharing with you things that I'm observing, and then on the perspective of my work and doing communications and recording. I paused a little bit this podcast. I've paused my time with Daniel for now. I told Daniel, okay, we've had this amount of sessions. I think this is enough for now. I feel like this is already a lot of work. Not enough players in the field. I feel like I know everyone, and okay, what's next? Like let's do season 2 of this later on, and I think I can publish this and say this is because you're the first person I interviewed. I want this to be like a kick for the kickoff for the second season. But how do I monetize this? Like, how do you monetize your presence here also? How do we establish trust with the rest of the people who I not interviewed yet? I've been also part of the Network State writing cohort. Matt Harder was leading it, so basically a bunch of people who were part of the network school came together and did like this digital thing, and then they were writing these articles about the network states on different perspectives and different like levels of, let's say, depth of involvement within this field. But this group of people, they're Balaji heavy. They're like, yeah, Balaji, let's go, And the same with the conference. When I visited the conference, everyone was like, I'm here because of Balaji, And then what do we hear from Balaji? Okay, he has this thing happening, but there's not that much transparent communications with what's happening inside. So we really don't know, and I can only gain information, and once they're out of it, they start to kind of integrate it and they start sharing these things. There is also a big trend still on DSI and longevity, and Ziv, who I also been inviting for a podcast, he's been also kind of completely disappointed in that space. Completely, like network state space, no, but longevity and DSI, yes. And like, for example, his words, if you have a project in Texas, yes, I'm interested. So I guess he is more interested in like being US centric, and like he's not really been living out of the US for a long period of time to really be like global, like you and I, to see it like the global perspective, the global potential of this. But then he was also at the pop-up cities in Chiang Mai, and he didn't see a lot more than just community coming together and having a good time, like being community. So again, from what I just shared, it's just completely just observations. I don't have any like thoughts of what's next. I'm just trying to absorb all of this information and be able to integrate it and to see how to build it in myself up from here. Because I still don't have a salary, I don't have any job. I've not been looking for jobs. I've been just more of like seeing which opportunity come my way. I've been involved in this project called Eternal Forest, which is basically a network of forests. They're planning to build thousands of forests that are protected, and to help artists to go to these forests and have artist residencies there and communicate with the spirit of the forest and see how it can be channeled into artistic and communications, and have more people to go to a forest and connect. But that project kicked me out because of my way of communications. I was very like, Web3, like ecosystems, like let's do this, let's do that, let's expand our vision, let's make it a little bit more ambitious, let's raise not 30K but many more K, and then they're like, okay, 150K, and I'm like, no, let's raise 500,000, let's go further. You want 1,000 forest sanctuaries. It means that it's a big project. We can work with locations. My role was to work with physical locations around Portugal and have them present the artist's Evgenia's work. Like, she has the art that is basically like spirit communications, like very beautiful, like abstract paintings and also writings, very beautiful work. And I was going to use those spaces as decentralized gallery to sell her work and that way fundraise for our project. I stopped because I asked for a certain salary amount and they're like, well, no way, like less than 1,000 per month kind of thing, you know. And I'm like, well, I cannot be full on, you know, into this project if I'm not paid the way that I feel I'm worth at this time. So it's been tricky. So artistic space is not really getting me. The AI blockchain space I really don't want to work for. And the network space is, I guess, not solid enough to find it, like, or I'm not solid enough to find a job and role for myself or an organization that will make sense. So I'm kind of going back into the consulting idea, but then again, who are our clients and how do we present ourselves and what are the services? Still a little bit lost.
So, yeah. I got it. Just one idea that now is in my mind, came to my mind about as a what I see is people is not they are part of this kind of let's say waves of isms, no?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what's that.
Yeah.
If it's vegetarianism, what's that? Techno feudalism, no? Or there are many isms. All these kind of isms. Let's say words. So I think that they exist and are profitable if you have a business running that indirectly this ism is promoting this business. For example, you are into this life hacking stuff, okay, but I have a brand of protein capsules, for example. No? So this connection is profitable, and you are not going to ask a salary, but you are going to take profit of that. And I think it's the way of a new marketing or a new way of working or to expose what you are doing. Not you, I mean in general. And what I see is like this. So there is no space for normal people doing a lot of things, even if they know a lot of things, because you were studying network states for a while, not, and you know you have a lot of contacts, you interview a lot of people, and you are an expert by now of network state, and there is no way of get paid, no? Get paid, and it's not because something is missing. It's because I think no one has this kind of roles into this kind of network state or these isms. So the only way to get profit on that is what I said about having a brand, and it's going to be promoted because the idea is promoting itself. And my idea now is not right now because I know I have to fix my teeth for sure. So my health is first now.
Yes.
But for all the people and for you, ideally, I would like to see you in a place where you, Ukrainian, another Russian, are welcoming people from all over the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes me smile, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
And for what kind of, let's say, events or activities? Or just like TDF, like different type of events, different kind of scheduling and different experiences, or specifically like peace talk?
I think it's a good question. I'm thinking about it now. Because I see like doing some experiences. So you are, let's say, promoting different experience in different places.
Yeah.
So you are not involved in those projects, but you are at the same time holding this kind of contacts with the people that you know. But the customer is going to be a very specific customer. So it's really important to understand which customer is going to is able to pay, but at the same time you have the American market on in your hand. So, and this is very important that Europeans we are not really good on that. Okay, the Germans, yes, the Germans are really good on that, but the rest of the people, the Portuguese or the Spanish, we don't play the same game. And this is what you said about the how your body even feel different when you came here in Europe, no? Because we work differently.
Yes, for sure.
Everything is different.
Yeah.
So, but the Americans love the idea of Europe, but sometimes they don't know where to go. And this is really tough for them.
Yeah.
And you have the American market in your hand, so you can do the bridge, Americans, Europeans, with this way of creating something different. But at the same time, it's gonna be very simple. So like some activities to do where you are going to be there. You are going to sleep there 2 days. You are going to be there 2 other days, because Americans are like this. They can move very quickly from one place to place because they don't have time for that or more.
Yeah.
But if they have the money, they have money, and they go boom, 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 boom. They want everything, and yeah, it's like I imagine like a thief coming here in Europe with your support, or as you as a consultant of him, more or less like a have for explain an idea, no?
Yeah.
It could be the old that, because you have experience there in the American market, but also from Russians, so or Ukrainians or whatever. But the idea is the of receiving people with a core of Russian and Ukrainian and whatever you wanted to do, with a lot of knowledge and a lot of connections and a lot of let's say, yeah, connections and ways of doing, and very interesting projects to visit, not to engage them, or to get the commitment to join those projects. It's not the idea. The idea for you is just basically use those projects to to show the Web3 culture, the European Web3 culture, to the others that are not Europeans. And I think could be interesting.
I like that, like introduction and integrations. Yeah, like introducing and getting these people familiar with the ways that things are done here, and then also helping them find a way to also do it in a way that is like, again, decentralized ecosystem way. I understand, but then and then you say like promoting or connecting with certain businesses or events. You mean like, for example, like conferences or retreats or pop-up cities, right? Like you have this type of thing in mind, like introducing to different activities that are held around Europe or around different places in Portugal,
I
like in
think more
TDF.
like events,
Mm-hmm.
like live music loves a lot of people,
Yeah.
many people, and it's something like it's maybe of
Yeah.
for example, I imagine these labs or these art labs that they are doing from time to time in TDF.
Mm-hmm.
People arrive because they usually because the power of mouth or the how the others talk about the things,
Yeah.
friends of a friend, friend of a friend, no? And they arrive there and only for this party, and they don't understand neither the project because they don't have time to get into, or because they are not interested in that, but they love the atmosphere, they love the way of doing, they love the cabins, they love the trees, they love the all these kind of things,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Totally.
and that's it. It's a way also of introduction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. I was thinking the other day I was with a guy that he doesn't know sometimes related to drugs. No, for example, when you are not involved with people that is taking drugs, sometimes the any some simple thing you didn't know how it works, and you are really interested, and you are really at the same time very shy to ask this question with your other people around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's an embarrassing moment, and yeah, so it's also it's how people learn, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just to be in the right moment, even if they don't understand really what's going on there, even if they don't understand what the other people is doing, but they are enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like
For
this.
sure. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, like introducing them to this new life, this new different ways of seeing the world and experiencing, and alternative
Yeah.
maybe art scene also. And
Yeah.
but then my observation, because Ericeira is very spiritual community. There's a lot of these like ecstatic dances, cacao ceremonies, breathwork sessions,
Yeah.
voice activations, um, organic shops, all of that. And then I have a hard time entering this community. So I'm either that's the thing. Like there are two categories of this community. You're either like in this awakening, so you're like exploring, and you're kind of in the mode of going to all of these healing things to be part of it, to take part in it, or you're a space holder and facilitator already, right? And you're creating those spaces, and you're the cacao mama or breathwork facilitator or dance facilitator, a DJ, And I'm not that. I'm more of like I'm a completely different. Like I'm still I've been in spiritual communities, and I've been in Burning Man and been holding space, but I personally think there's a lot of lies in these communities,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of misconceptions. But I'm not the person to kind of teach the alternative, because I don't really know the alternative. I have just my own way, and I believe that if each person has their own, let's say, understanding of their spirituality, they don't need to constantly talk about it and share it with others. They can just hold it. Um, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that um, I've been personally struggling to make personal connections and friends here, because people don't know how to categorize me anymore here, because I'm not here involved in the Web3 community, because I'm no longer in the city in Lisbon where most people are, and in the spiritual community people are not aware of like how to relate to me, because there's no longer me like light and love, and like dancing ecstatic dance all the time. So they don't see me like as part of their tribe. I don't know if it's a question or just a statement, but I just wanted to share that with you. Yeah, I don't feel it. I don't feel like I'm accepted fully here. And there are like networking events that I'm a part of here. There's like once every Friday, and then tomorrow I'm going to another one. And every time, everyone's pitching the same thing, like because there's like 3-minute pitch opportunity for each person that goes in,
Yeah.
and everyone's pitching. I am gonna help your brand and your business to grow. You're now conscious, you're now awakened. Let me help you grow your business, now that you've aligned, or help your business align with your thing. And I've been there. I've been actually doing just that in the fashion industry. I've been helping sustainable fashion brands in developing their business. So basically, you have opened your heart. You now understand that you need to create clean brand, and then like align that into like the business practices to make sure that it's actually still working within the current industry. So I don't even know what to offer at this point. Like I'm always saying, yeah, I can support you in decentralization and understanding how to think ecosystem and how to build community and how to maybe like think about AI integrations and technological like direction for your company, but nobody understands it still. Like nobody really understands how to
it's what I said before. It's really difficult to
everyone thinks that like it's about AI is just about automation and using ChatGPT for automating their work or workflow, but it's way more than that. So I'm still struggling, and then there is no interest in network states ideas or anything close to political conversations. Everyone's just like more of like this is too far. This is not my thing to solve. Still very popular idea of coming together in community and building an eco village. But then, in the end, these eco-villages are still centralized around one personal ownership, or if there are a few people coming together, there are a lot of disputes between those people in the long run. And then there's like the idea is taken by one person, that other people doing similar idea but their own way. And then the fundraising is not happening because one person, several people take same investors, and now investors come in and they only go to like a certain person that has convinced them like a personal relationship is working out. So I don't know, I'm just confused. Just confused. But yeah, I think what you said is very, very important topic to ponder, how I can just host people once I have some locations, have a base finally, because 144 doesn't have really a base yet here in Portugal. I only have relationships with locations, but I don't have my own home yet.
But I think you don't need it, to be honest.
Really?
Right now, I think you don't need it.
Still nomad?
No, because you can rent anytime.
Yeah.
Because when there is a problem, not when you are holding all the time the same property, even if it's low season, high season, medium season.
Yeah.
So the people that have that this has success with that, it's because they own the thing. They own the property. They can stay with this property ready for any time that the high season starts.
Yeah.
But the people who is renting, like me, or like you, if you want to get based in some place that they are going to be at least 1, 3 or 4 rooms more, no?
Yeah.
It's going to be super expensive to
maintain.
To maintain. Yeah, it's really expensive. Really expensive, but it doesn't. I think the numbers are not profitable for who is doing that project, because you need a lot of income in high season, and those people are not really like it's not fast food, you know. So you have to work a lot for that to get the client that you want. That is gonna appreciate your work and your place you're doing. So it's really, but for sure, I think it's not convenient. You are taking that risk of having a property or maintaining a property for a long term.
Yeah,
So
see.
you can do like this. So I don't know, 3 months,
Yeah, yeah, it's
two
doable.
months, 1 month, and having the experience and many people. You can have some reviews about your work, even if you don't have the place.
That's right. Truth. Yeah, those can be ephemeral spaces, bases, like the spaces for, again, pop up, right? With such a popular word in Web3 slash network state community, pop up city, pop up village, pop up,
Whatever,
yeah,
pop up
co-living.
144.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it is time. But I think, what is the progress, Trid, is that for the past 6 months I've been living with one person, and I was able to set that relationship in a way that feels safe and secure, where I don't need to like run away and go further, constantly seeking for like new group of people. So I think that's already a win to have my own co-living. Because I always laugh with the people who are talking about co-living when they haven't been, let's say, living in one person, like two people, right? It's already co-living. It's already two people sharing a space, sharing toilets, sharing kitchen, stuff like that. So I think it's already big accomplishment for me, because I'm such an individualist
Congrats,
in general.
congrats,
Thank you,
congrats,
thank
really
you.
congrats.
Yes, that's something that I definitely feel as progress, seeing as something I can be proud of. Anyways, okay, maybe back at you, because I want to also hold space for you. If there is anything you'd like to speak about or reflect, or I can just turn on my kind of like, let's say, intuitive abilities to reflect on anything that's happening in your life, please let me know. If not, that's
Sorry, say
okay.
again. I
If
didn't
there's
get it.
anything I can also reflect on and support you in looking at in your life and reflecting, let me know. If there's any like question or ponder or thought that is kind of with you that I can hold a space for you, let me know. I can also reflect.
Mm-hmm.
How can I support you?
Okay. I think everyone can support the idea that we could talk about. So one thing is just when everyone is talking about network state or network thing, they they are not able to connect with others and to provide these flows and to get the best for everyone, even if it's not the solution. Anyone is doing is having let's say is no one has a solution for all the challenges that we are facing
Yeah.
and all the walls that we have to break sometimes, or the holes we have to fill sometimes. So
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's really important just to think about what we can do in our with the people that we have around us on that moment, the people that are the people that are going to meet in my other next place that I'm going to be, the people that they were in my previous place. So that's creating the network.
Yeah.
That's and this is something that I think the commitment is our commitment. So it's our actions.
Yes.
It's not related about who is the leader of that, or who is or how we can call it, which name we can call it, or whatever.
Yeah.
Having the network connection is what I think. So my my let's say my maybe my vision is on that in that way. So again, no solutions, but just intentions to everyone, and from everyone and to everyone. So